$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. A new poll was done that found out that pretty much 1 in 4 of us use our car as a place to relax and escape.
Mm-hmm. I literally just thought about that this morning as I was getting in my car. I'm like, this is like my happy place right now. Because, I mean, look, I'm obviously love having a kid, but the minute I get home, and we've wanted one for so long, so we truly appreciate having a baby, but it's go time the minute you go home. I mean, you know that. Danny knows that as well. I'm sure Vicky too, with and Rev too with his cat, I'm sure.
No, he does not. Don't
but it's like there's no naps anymore. There's no like just sitting down and just unwinding. You know, maybe when she's taking a nap, I could catch a little bit of wrestling, but like I might use that just to kind of shut my eye for a half a second. So honestly, when I'm in my car is the only time where I'm not being like inundated with everything.
Yep.
Enjoy it while you can, because I used to love being in my car, or even taking rides with my foster brother when he was littler. But now that he's older and he demands snacks, my car looks just heinous. I hate being in my car because he wants to climb on everything, play with the hazard button like when we're parked. So I have dirt on my seat. I have all kinds of cereal in my back seat and on the floor.
Sounds like a snack for me. I don't know what you're talking about.
The only problem is I agree with Vicky, except for the especially with the food, because once you take out that car seat, you find lemon cake that's like 6 months old. So you don't want to eat that. And it smells.
Yeah.
An update to my statement. I really enjoy the drive to work and the drive from work.
There we go.
Okay.
Because that's the time where it's just me in the car and nobody else. I can put on like, my favorite song,
like
a podcast, whatever it may be. I'm in my own world and nobody can penetrate it.
Please, somebody penetrate Steve's world.
Please don't.
Yeah.
It's the best time, man.
Well, they also ask people about the stressful situations that happen while driving, because even though it can be your relaxation spot, your escape spot, driving still is not a stress-free experience. And so we've got 10 things that people say, yeah, this makes driving stressful. It's almost like a no-brainer, really. I mean, don't we all know what makes driving stressful? Pretty much. There's a ton of stuff.
Well, we know Steve.
It's part of driving is the parking lot at Target. Of course,
yeah. Even more stressful than moving.
It's the slow pokes in the fast lane.
Oh, yes.
I gotta say, that's gotta be number one.
Well, let's see. Here we are. Well, you got parking space at number 7, Steve, which when you can't find a parking space, or your situation as well. Driving, I'm looking for the fast lane people, and I am just scanning. That did not make the list. Isn't that interesting?
That's not even, dude. If we were playing Family Feud, I'd have such a cocky step back to all of you to high five.
Good answer.
I even look at the ones that ranked a little lower, and I am not, unless I'm missing it and can't read it very well. I don't see it. Here's number 1 is tough driving conditions.
Oh, yeah.
Here?
snow,
Just
rain,
sun.
Fog sucks.
I got caught last time I was visiting Lily. I got caught in a downpour, and I was like double fisting the wheel,
White knuckling it.
Oh my god, I was so scared. And it was to the point where she was like, "Dad, can I have your phone?" So I gave her my phone. She took a video of me because she was worried that I was like too stressed out, and I was like, it was so much rain.
Yeah, we get rain here, but boy, there are other places that get that massive downpour effect, and you have to put those blades on super fast, and they still don't really clear your windshield because it's that much of a downpour.
Also, when it's a downpour, that's when I find out that I needed to change my windshield wipers because they're not working as well as, you know what I mean? It's like you never notice it until it's the time where you really need it, and you're like, oh, last time I got my oil changed, I probably should have bought some new windshield wipers.
Should have done it.
Maybe I'll just go there tomorrow and go get some.
Number 2 is definitely for me, though devices have made it better, but even with devices, people say this is still tough for them. And that is driving in an area you don't know very well.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Is that then being distracted by whoever you're in the car with when it's like, it's like sometimes my wife will be asking me questions. I'm like, well, I need to stay focused right now. Please don't, as I have no idea where we are.
Yeah.
And then I'll miss something. I'm like, son of a gun. Okay, we got to turn back around.
Yeah, GPS is
not a
definitely
big
my
deal,
friend.
though. That one I wouldn't put on. Like, that's not the end of the world.
Before GPS, that was a beating for me.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, it's been like 5 years since we've been before GPS, at least.
Yeah, but there's some people say even with GPS, they're still stressed out.
Yeah, with me, it's the ones where you don't have a great signal and it gives you the directions like 10 feet before you're suddenly supposed to turn. And I'm like in the wrong lane, and I'm not going to be like the normal Tacoma driver who just decides to go across 3 lanes and then just go and take that turn.
Oh, what? You don't slam on the brakes and just cut past everybody?
No, I don't.
And
I like those drivers.
GPS isn't always accurate, too. Like, I'll go try to find someone's house, and they'll take me, like, a street behind them, and I can't find them. And then service is always bad in those areas for whatever reason. It's a nightmare.
And GPS, I think, is a misnomer because I don't think Google uses your phone. It uses the satellite, the satellite system. So if your phone doesn't have a signal, it doesn't do it, and it keeps you going. That's how I got lost in Wyoming. I thought I was on the right track. I'm looking at Google Maps going, hey, it's telling me to go this way. And I had taken a wrong turn, didn't know, and it just basically said, well, now that you took this turn, you got to go all the way. But there was no connection. Whereas, there are some systems that will actually connect to the chip in your phone, and that's true GPS. You don't need a cell phone tower to be able to have your phone figure out where you're going. So I'm a little pissed about the fact that not everybody uses the chip in my phone. We got one.
So he says, what about the projectiles going through the windshield, Steve?
Yes. Oh, that's
Remix was okay.
Thank you, Steve Rabel.
Highly specific.
You know what I do? I don't like is when you buy a truck where they have the tarpy thing that can go over whatever pebbles and rocks that they have inside that truck and they don't use it.
Yep.
And as they're driving, you just see all these little rocks flying out of there.
That's BS.
Because I'm like, it's just a matter of time before I have another chip in my windshield, thanks to you.
Yep. Yeah, that's BS.
Curses.
Yeah. I'm with you. I don't know why that should be an automatic. You just call in and they get pulled over.
Yeah.
I mean, because
secure your load, buddy.
Yeah, because it wrecks your windshield, man. I mean, and then you got to go through it, and it ain't cheap to fix those things.
Nope, I'm in the currently doing that right now with mine because all of a sudden I got a big old spider web on my windshield from a rock the other day, and I was I didn't even realize it happened.
Oh yeah, that sucks, dude. Driving with kids in the car didn't make the list.
I know a guy in a parking lot that can do it for you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What's his name, Steve?
No, I don't know his name, but he's a guy. He's in a parking lot over at the South Hill Mall.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice to know.
Tell him I sent you.
I will.
I always wonder about those folks that like.
What do you mean? They do their thing.
I know. It's just like you're just posting up here and you can do it, huh? Okay. Yeah. It seems weird to me.
I've done from him.
Yeah. I don't. It just seems like of all the businesses, like there are a certain way you need licenses and all sorts of different documentation to just sort of post up anywhere, and those guys get to post up.
Yeah, it's really easy. You go up to them. I mean, you give them your credit card, the last 4 digits of your social security number.
Oh, yeah,
it does it for free.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that easy.
It's super awesome, man.
Great.
It's covered by your insurance. I'm like, you don't even know my insurance. They go, no, the last 4 digits of your social security number gets me your insurance.
Oh, right.
Gets you a lot of stuff.
Love
that.
that.
It's safe and it's fine.
Number 3 on the list of things that stress us out when driving is tailgaters. And yeah, I don't.
Oh, dude, I had the best tailgater today.
The best?
It was awesome. I had a blast watching this guy because he wanted so badly to speed on 167, and he couldn't because 2 cars in front of me was a police officer driving. So the car in front of me is pacing with the police officer, and I'm in turn pacing with that person. This guy in this truck was trying to fly by us until he realized that there was the police officer. So then he slowed down. So then he stuck behind us again. But every few minutes, he decided to try and figure out a way to get past everything until he realized that there was a police officer still there.
Oh, it was like a dog. He forgot that there was a cop there every time?
So the entire drive, because it seemed like we were going to the same place, I feel, me and the police officer. This guy was like tailgating, weaving in and out, but never got further than me. And I found that to be the most entertaining thing ever. Like, I could tell, like, you could just see smoke coming out of his windows because it was obvious he wanted nothing more than the speed, but then realized that he couldn't because there was a cop right there.
Yeah, that's driving while jacked up. How many people are driving while they're jacked up?
I gotta wonder if maybe the guy was late to something, or maybe he's just a douche that drives like that all the time.
That's what I wonder, too. Yeah. It's like, man, because sometimes you look inside and you go, you don't look like a guy that really people care if you show up to appointments on time. That's how I sort of make that judgment call sometimes with a-hole drivers. Go, you're driving like a person who's important. And you know what? You don't really look that important to me. You know, I don't feel like you need to be this guy. Hitting a big pothole is number 4.
Oh, that pisses me off so bad.
Yeah, I don't like doing it in other people's cars. I did it in my wife's car down in California. It seems like I hit every damn pothole I could, and I felt so bad. My car, it's like, well, I have to go take care of it. But it's like, right, she's got to take care of her car down there. And I hit every one this last time I visited her. It was like, son of a bitch, I don't even see these.
And it feels and sounds like you just wrecked your car.
It does. Yeah. How about a big truck driving next to you? Does that trip you out?
Yes, it does. That's how my grandfather died. So it gets in my head.
Yeah. Whoa, I don't think I know this.
Well, it's my dad's side. We weren't talking to him at the time, but it's still a sad story. I mean, it's not like as if, like, you know, when we found out, we were all devastated. But he was driving with my grandma, and they were like right next to a truck, and that truck turned into their lane, not seeing, because I guess they were in the blind spot.
No.
And flipped the car, and that's how he died. My grandmother lived at the time, but like ever since then, it gets like if I'm next to a truck, I'm like, all right, either time to slow down or speed up and get past it. It's in my, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm like freaking out, but like I instantly think of my grandfather, and that's how his life was taken.
Oh, that's a beating. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can see why that's a big one. That makes sense.
But I'm more terrified about the logs that are in front of me because of Final Destination.
Yeah.
The log trucks are the scariest thing ever.
Yeah, that'll do it to you. Yeah.
I don't know why. That's a stupid movie. But it's freaked me out ever since.
Oh, yeah.
Because it could potentially happen.
Yeah.
But when have you ever heard about it happening?
Never, except
Final Destination.
Movie. Right. When on the news has it ever happened?
Isn't it amazing that, you know, a movie like that, I mean, I don't know, you know, the people aren't going to remember those Final Destination movies probably in 10, 20, 30 years, but they're
classics. They should.
But a lot of people are going to remember for that, though, like that one scene.
I haven't even seen it, and I know that scene, and it freaks me out.
Yeah, it's a beating. Oh, yeah.
Before that, never thought about it. And before that'd be like, look at all the cool trees. Yeah. You know what I mean? Look at those giant logs. That's
Not
cool.
anymore.
Now it's like, oh my gosh, get me away from that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
stupid movie. Just kidding.
Hey, how about this? Another world record has been broken. Yep. The Guinness Book of World Records, another record goes down for the most tattoos of the same musician. What musician is it? I'll tell you at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top-Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. You know, I think if you just say anything, there's probably a Guinness Book of World Records for it, because I didn't know there would be one for the most tattoos of the same musician. I get having the most tattoos, that makes sense, but I guess there is a Guinness Book of World Records for that. Most tattoos of the same musician.
I'm trying to think of what musician it would be.
I'll take a shot. I'm not.
Fred Durst.
Not sure.
Fred Durst. Yes.
You are. You know what? In a way, you might. Well, I don't know if you're that close. You're closer than I thought. To be honest,
Bob
with you.
Marley.
Bob Marley. It's a good call, but not
Right?
not it.
Nothing says I like weed more than having a Bob Marley tattoo.
Yeah.
Gene Simmons.
Somebody. It's
Kiss?
It is
Yeah,
somebody
or Kiss, yeah.
Nice call. Not Gene Simmons. Somebody from this. Somebody from this country, though.
Someone from this country.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
There's a dude that's covered in Miley Cyrus tattoos.
Apparently, not enough.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
From this Kid Rock. He's America's hero, right?
You are very close.
Really?
Whoa.
Yes, you are.
Kid from Kid and Play.
No,
Also
not that.
America's
You're
hero.
going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. You are definitely making a bit of a choice of comparing him to the, because of the same name, but it's not the name that makes you very close.
I was going to say, is it Tommy Lee because they both bang Pamela Anderson?
That's it.
Again, you're on the right track. You're trying to find what connects people, but what connects these two is not so much who they know, but where they be.
Where they be?
Yeah.
Where they be?
Oh,
In
where
America.
they? Or
The
maybe
lead singer of Trapped.
Wow. Not wrong.
You're really putting Kid Rock and Trapped in the same. Really?
Yeah.
For their opinions.
Interesting. I haven't heard much of Kid Rock's opinions lately, so I didn't know. All right.
Well,
Yeah, I haven't
can't
really.
even think
Is
of
Kid Rock on a little bit more conservative than people would like?
yeah, kind of.
Okay,
It's
fair
just
enough.
a dumb joke. I mean, we're
Prince.
picking on the dumb joke.
Prince.
Not well. Where they be? What one? I don't even know where that.
I'm not
is.
even going on that cool. I'm just saying, is it Prince?
Well, they both play all their instruments.
Yeah.
Well, if I give you a clue and you're not going to go by it, no, it's not Prince.
Clues are kind of
Where
bad.
they be? They're on Earth. They're in America. I don't know what else you
Okay,
can mean.
where they be in America? If Kid Rock, let's
Bob
just say
Seger.
where they? Ooh, you're getting close.
Sammy Hagar.
Yeah, you are getting close, Steve.
Bob
I don't know.
Seger.
Yeah, Bob. Come on, you can't think of anybody else from where they are. I mean, where they're from. Unless I'm wrong about where Kid Rock is
Eminem.
from. There you
Detroit.
go.
Oh, Detroit.
Detroit. Yeah, where you? I tried. If I said where they're from, I thought that would be too easy of a clue.
Another good.
Yeah. Nikki Patterson, 35 years old, has 16 tattoos of Eminem on her body.
You know, I'm actually surprised it's not another Detroit band, ICP.
Insane Clown Posse. You know what? I bet
Whoa.
not a tattoo of the actual person, though.
Right.
I wonder.
Oh, like Hatchet Man or something?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely the symbol for the Juggalo is a hatchet man.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see how many Eddie tattoos are out there if we were just going by band tattoos, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you're right. Yeah, it's got to be a person.
It's got to be so.
Cuter than I thought she would be.
Yeah,
Very cute.
I don't know.
I agree with you, yeah.
If it's single Steve, I don't know, man. Dating someone that has just a bunch of tattoos of Marshall Mathers, that seems very obsessive.
Dude, but Steve, you could
Yeah.
show her the picture of you with Eminem.
And if she gets that tattooed on her, then it's a keeper.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does say. I don't know why, but like obsessing over a band is one thing. Obsessing over a person, but then again, Eminem is kind of like the. He is the performer, but boy, that's a lot. She's got a lot on her there. That's a lot of. Yeah.
Is there a place in England that's Aberdeen? Because she's from Aberdeen, but I don't know if it's Aberdeen.
Scotland.
Oh, okay.
That's what it
I
is.
think she was like,
Okay.
Like, why didn't you get Kurt Cobain? Damn it. Yeah, look at this. And she's got all
Yeah.
different
Yeah, she
phases of Eminem too, with the beard, young
Yeah.
Eminem.
That's insane.
She's got the one where he's got like Slim Shady taped over his mouth.
I would like to talk to her to see if she's still a reasonable person.
So she's like the original Stan almost.
Yes.
From his song.
Oh, good call.
Weird.
And she's got the album covers as well, so it's not just
Yeah.
tattoos of him.
She did this back in March. She earned the record back in March, but she's added another one since then. She was 19 when she got her first tattoo. She's 35 now, and she's got 16 of these bad boys.
Dang.
She's got 52 tats overall. So really, percentage-wise, that's a lot, but still, she's got a bunch of other ones. Hold on a second. I take that back. Even though she's got 16 of Eminem himself, there are another 12 that are based on Eminem.
Right, like album covers.
Okay,
and
never mind.
Flyers. Yeah, she's fully covered in Eminem tattoos.
Yeah, more than half are Eminem of her 52 tats.
See, if BJ would do this, it wouldn't be Eminem. It would be M&M's.
That's true.
M&M's. Or Avril Lavigne.
Sorry, Avril. You're going to take a backseat to M&M's. That's a fact. Rev is
She
right.
needs a tattoo of Eminem dressed as an Eminem.
Oh, yeah.
That's the next thing.
Yo, dog.
That's Inception right there, baby.
Do you think you think he's ever done that for Halloween? Or is that just too stupid for even him?
I think that would be a great idea.
He probably wouldn't do that, though. He's way more serious than that.
Yeah.
Do you think?
And so you brought up Stan, Rev, and she did say, I heard Stan when I was 14 years old, and I have never heard anything like that before.
I connected with that person that was obsessed with Eminem.
It blew me away. She says, Eminem has been the one constant in my life. It's hard to not think, maybe,
she's even got ones on her fingers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Little Eminem.
I mean, like Vicky says, she's very, very cute, but at the same time, I'd be a little worried about just the headspace.
I have 2 tattoos that are nods to bands.
I know one of yours is the Biohazard
I got the Biohazard tattoo on my leg. Growing up, that was like our band. Growing up in Brooklyn, like they were that was what we all aspired to. Like, oh man, if we could only, when you're playing in bands as a kid, you're like, they made it. They got out of the mean streets of Brooklyn. It's some stupid, but it was like them, Typo Negative, and Life of Agony. Those are like the big 3 for us. But Biohazard was like, everybody was obsessed with Biohazard. So I have that tattoo. And then I have a tattoo. It's more for the King's Crown to represent being from Kings County and moving to King County. So I have a King's Crown, but it's the band Dog Eat Dog, which is like a New York hardcore-ish type.
Oh, so that's a multi-purpose.
That's cool.
A
Yeah,
lot of meaning behind
they're
that
a
one.
super awesome band. Like they like a little bit of hardcore, a little bit of like almost ska in them as well. Like they have like lots of trumpets and just like a party, angry rock band. I don't even know how to describe them, but they're awesome.
Still,
just only 2,
not 16.
I have 7.
You have 7 band tattoos.
Yes. Or reference
but
to.
no person. Like, do you have Billy Joe anywhere on your body?
No, I wish I did.
Well, as far as
below the belt, we do.
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
No, mine are just, I have the band logos. So I have the Offspring, MXPX, this band called Mest, and Less Than Jake. And then I have an MXPX like homage tattoo that says Left Coast Punk, which is kind of their like thing. And then a Newfound Glory thing, Nothing Gold Can Stay. And then a patent pending thing on the back of my arm.
It doesn't seem as... First of all, you only have like 1 of each for the most part, maybe 2 of them.
But it's not like a weird picture of like Mike Herrera from MXPX tattooed on your face.
No, it's not.
On your like arm or your
Once
butt.
again, below the belt, but we don't count those.
It just does seem more extreme the way she's done it, though. Really, is that very fair for me to say? It just feels like it's more extreme.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a couple other ones. Like I still have plans one day. I don't know when it'll ever happen because I have like a list of tattoos I want to get done. I want to get the Faith No More from the Real Thing they have on their album cover. It's like a water drop that also bursts into flames.
Ooh, cool.
It's a pretty cool thing.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do that, but that's just I don't know when that's going to happen. But it wouldn't be like Mike Patton.
Wait till you can get matching tattoos with Tater Tot. And she's what, 3-4 more years before you get that done? And then you guys can get matching tattoos that way.
Hey, so there's people who are diehard fans of a wide variety of things, and some of them are very obsessive about it. I want you guys to think about it for a second. Are you thinking she's too obsessive because she has that many tattoos of Eminem, or are you being unconsciously biased because of the social stigma of tattoos? Well, I think we're being biased about the tattoos.
No.
It just seems excessive. I'm not going to, look, if she came in here and get out, you freak me out. It's just like, I think she could admit that it's a little crazy, not in a crazy right term.
Yeah,
obsessive. It's obsessive, and that's the thing.
She's got to be able to admit that she's an obsessed fan.
Yeah, there's something about that that just is very, very interesting to me. But you're right, we could be being unfair, which is why at least I bring it up. Is like, am I being unfair? Just because I don't have tattoos doesn't mean I judge people. Hey, have a tattoo, do what you want to do. What do I care?
I think she might have actual M&Ms tattooed on her arm too.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She does.
Oh,
she's
M&Ms.
perfect.
Okay.
With the E logo, though, if you look at him like really closely.
It's the M&M logo.
Yeah.
Well, that's just the M&M logo upside down. Tilted to the side, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
that's what it always was.
That's amazing.
If you look at that, I always thought his logo was an M&M tilted to the side. It's not true. He's got a little different than that.
I thought it was different. I could be wrong.
Now I gotta look at it.
Yeah, look at his E logo and tip it up like an M&M and see if it's just basically. I always thought it was just the M&M logo. That's why I always thought it was cool.
Well, he's got different ones depending on which albums
yeah.
come out. So I mean, I don't know if he ever made one that was a nod to the M&M candy. That would be pretty funny though if he did.
I thought I saw that, but it was always tipped on its side for that reason.
No, I just see a bunch of there's one with like a Superman logo in it. There's a couple of others.
Then she's really cool because it made me think that's exactly what it was.
I think I'm okay with her 15 M&M tattoos over this one guy who got tattooed of Eminem as an Eminem character.
Oh, he's the blue M&M.
It's Eminem's face, and then that's the body of the
like
Eminem with the
Smurf.
hat.
It's like a
so
Blue Man
weird.
Group guy there is what he looks like.
It's just the head with the weird Eminem arms and
That
legs.
is a weird tattoo because the detail on the face is really good. But then, like, it almost feels like the tattoo artist mailed it in for the rest of it.
Well, because it's supposed to be a cartoon, and then you got realistic mixed.
Yeah, you're right.
That just looks
very
like a
unnerved by that tattoo.
Weird blue baby.
So she's very normal. compared to this person.
Okay. Yeah, that's weird. Boy, that's
Oh, the Joe Dredd just chimed in. I have 4 tattoos that are based off of Kiss. I have a friend that has a lot more. I think the competition is on for next year.
Nice.
Well, again, based on Kiss, but are they Gene without the makeup or multiple Genes with makeup, without makeup? I don't know.
I bet there's someone out there that has that.
They didn't win the Guinness Book of World Records.
I know that's true. I know for a fact there's people out there that have like the Kiss faces, like the makeup faces tattooed somewhere in some way, shape, or form.
I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just like the Guns N' Roses skeleton faces. I feel like that, with the cross. I feel like that makes more sense because that's a cool looking thing. But I don't know. It seems more personal when it's just like the dude, like in so many pictures of the dude. Maybe that's it. But maybe that's a chick thing. I mean, imagine if a guy did that, and if he liked some female and had all those female faces all over his body, you'd be like, I don't know, dude. You're kind of. Wouldn't we think he's a little weird?
I wasn't thinking a female on that, but when you started talking about imagining that, I was imagining you with just different versions of William Shatner, like tattooed all over you.
That would be fun.
Okay, that would answer my question. I was like, what musical artist would BJ get a tattoo of?
Yeah. Oh, it would have to be the Shat.
The Shat. Yeah.
He's done a couple albums.
Him and Ben Folds.
Yeah.
Holding hands.
Oh, well, listen, you know what? You can have Ben Folds on there, I suppose, but that would be like, well, who would I be obsessive with putting on my body? Mm-hmm. And since, I'm more visual in movies and TV, I think the Shat would be funny. If people go, dude, seriously, you waited till you were 60 years old and started getting tattoos, and they're just all William Shatner.
And you finally got William Shatner tattooed.
And there's a lot of versions of William Shatner to get. You got the Star Trek, you got the Barbary Coast,
you got T.J. Hooker,
Twilight Zone.
Zone, that's iconic, Danny. You're right.
That reality show he did with a bunch of all the old people.
Oh, right, with Jeff Dye.
Yeah.
And Boston Legal. I could get the Denny Crane one. He was very good. Plus how about that show he did where the things I hate about your father based on the Twitter account or dumb things my father would say?
Yeah, My Dad Says.
He did that show.
God, I remember that.
Yeah.
Somebody says apparently it's a big thing now for guys to get Joe Rogan's face tattooed on their body somewhere.
Oh, gee.
Any reason why? Is because Joe's the man?
News radio. Everyone loves news radio.
Most of news radio.
And Fear Factor.
Yeah. Look,
there are people obsessed with Joe Rogan.
If she had one M&M, maybe 2, I'd be like, all right, there's nothing strange about that. Because we've seen people who have, remember that woman that we met that had the Shaun of the Dead tattoo, and Simon Pegg was so impressed when he saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that makes sense to me, but I think 16's a lot.
So does Eminem, when she meets him, does he freak out, or is he just like, okay? If somebody came to you and was like, Steve, I have 16 tattoos of your face.
I want to see all of them. That's what I would say. I'm like, let me see all of them, so long as it doesn't get us into any trouble.
Here's the thing.
But can I see all the ones you can show me?
I think if it's a cute woman like this 35-year-old girl from England, yes. I don't think it's that big of a problem. It was
I don't care if it was like a 90-year-old version of Meatloaf. If someone came up to me and said, I have tattoos of you on, I would be so blown away by that.
I would be weirded out if it was a 90-year-old dude. Like, here you go. I'm like, okay, well, that's interesting. I don't know why. It's just me. It's like, at least if it's a woman, it's like, all right, well, it's flattering. Women at least thinking of me. Maybe that's it. Because I figure, well, there's a woman thinking of me. That's nice. Because that never happened in my life.
Aww.
Maybe that's what it is. All right, so the jury is, we don't know. We can't say she's weird. We just don't know.
I don't know her. I mean, we're all weird. So, what am I going to say? Weird knows weird. She's weird.
Yeah.
I'm weird.
But, I know some people that are obsessed with things, and they're weird. That's what I'm thinking of. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking of one particular person in my life that I'm like, okay, you way obsess over this one thing, and they are all over the place with it. They post things, they do things, and I'm like, okay.
But who are they hurting?
Oh, they're not hurting anybody, but I still think they're weird. I still think they're weird. That's the thing. It's like, I don't know if I want to hang out with you.
Yeah, but someone might be like, hey, what's up with BJ? And all he wants to do is play board games. He's kind of weird. Like, they could say the same thing.
Oh, they definitely could.
Right.
I just feel like I'm not, I don't know, man. I don't have board games tattooed on my body.
You should.
Yeah, actually, you should.
You should be getting meeples. You should like your kids.
You should get an entire board game tattooed on your chest so that you could play it on.
Ticket to Ride. That's a great game.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah,
the whole U.S. map with all the little train tracks on it.
Right, Chutes and Ladders.
That would be great too.
Someone did a Hungry Hippos tattooed,
like a tramp stamp.
That's amazing.
Is that the stomach?
It's like the V, like in front,
like
pelvis.
Because you're going down to Hippo Town. Well, it's probably not the way you want to talk about it, but still.
Like you're going to eat those pellets or whatever else you call those pellets.
That's why I thought it was a tramp stamp.
Well, see, and look, I've seen a lot of great board game tattoos. There's a lot of them in the community. People are tattooed up like a mo. So
there's a guy who has his face tattooed like a checkers board.
Come on. Okay, that guy. No, thank you.
Oh, that's a weird illusion too.
Yeah, that's
kind
of
tell his eyeballs.
Okay, that.
And how are you supposed to even play on his face?
Yeah, that's a
well,
flat.
How do you talk to that guy? I mean, that's just weird.
Have you guys ever seen the one dude that has like the puzzle pieces and they're all like blue tattoos?
No.
Oh, it's so cool.
Are they on his face?
They're everywhere.
Oh, and what you mean? Like there's like a random missing puzzle piece, or he just has like a lovely landscape.
I think I have a buddy who's friends with him, and he tattoos people, like puzzle pieces on people as well.
Oh. Yeah, and he's got the eyes, too. He did something to the eyes.
Yeah. Oh, and he got the little horns, too.
Oh, okay, no, that guy scares me.
His name is Enigma.
Yeah, well, you know what? He's not. Well, it's not a puzzle. He's he's a scary guy.
And he's got parts of his ear cut out to look like it's a puzzle.
Okay, that's it. I'm done.
Whoa, hardcore.
Yeah, that guy.
That's commitment.
What
if he woke up one day and says, I don't want to be the puzzle guy anymore?
That's the thing. A little late for that, buddy. That's who you are. Boy, aliens are among us when you think about it, because he looks like flat out an alien. And I guess I'd have to get used to it. If we met aliens with checkerboard faces, I suppose that's what we'd have to deal with, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what aliens look like.
That guy looks like an alien, Steve. You don't know what aliens look like? That's what I think an alien would look like. If they were humanoid from another place, that's an alien-looking dude. And I'd have to be his buddy if I wanted to have, galactic peace.
Oh, is that what it is?
As opposed to a puzzle piece.
Well, I appreciate you looking out for the best interest of our universe.
Somebody has to, right? Nobody really. All right, yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
Which NBA player once co-starred alongside Jean-Claude Van Damme in a major Hollywood action movie?
It's got to be Shaq.
No.
Michael Jordan?
No.
Basketball player. Ooh, I'm going to go Michael Jordan.
You just said that? No. One of those shining moments of Beat Migs.
Well, you never know. Sometimes if you say the same answer again, it becomes right. Like, for instance, I'm going to say Michael Jordan. No, it's still wrong. Sorry. Dennis Rodman, who I forget that he did movies. Dennis Rodman's done everything. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.